Hey, welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy.
I'm Tim.
And today we're going to take a look at War for the Whitehouse. Now, this is a card game, and so the components that you're going to get out of this are cards. And they named it correctly, War for the Whitehouse, because it is war.
Right.
So it's war with a twist. So that card game you played as a kid, just play a card, whoever has the highest number wins, with a few little twists. So, Tim, do you want to tell us about the rules? How hard or easy is it to learn War for the Whitehouse?
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mentioned that this game was sent to us for review, but this is out. This isn't like a Kickstarter anymore. This is available on their website, and we'll have that in the description of the video.
Cool.
Here, the rules are just one-sided cards that are inside the deck, and there's 3 rules cards for the basic game, and then one for the hardball poker. Because there's a set where you can buy it with poker chips and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah.
So you can play the poker edition. It's basically poker with just a couple different rules. But this game here is just like war with a couple different rules, and they just lay it out pretty simple. They start at the beginning, and it just goes straight down. It actually has it's actually numbered 1, 2, 3 Intel page, and it's just these. I mean, if you played war, you basically have the handle on the game. The only difference is some of the cards actually have text on them, and you have objectives.
Right.
So the instructions are really easy, real clear. We didn't have really any issues as we went through it.
Yeah. So how do you play War for the Whitehouse? Basically, you're going to split the cards, right? So you divide the cards out by however many people are playing, and then you just flip, just like normal war. So I would put a card out, you'll put a card out. The highest number wins. The only difference is some cards to highlight, they have a ×2 card. And so this would ×2. So you play that, and then your next card would be doubled, whatever that is. So I have an 8 now instead of a 4. They also have negative cards. So this is worth, so you play this out and you would have to play your next 3 cards would be given away. So basically you had a negative score and you lose 3 cards. So you can win the game if you have all 5 of the primary objectives. So in a game of war, basically you're going to be playing these cards out. If you ever play an objective card, then you would just flip over the next card until you get to a regular card. And then there are text that's on the card. So like on this one, this Admageddon, it says capture 3 objective cards. So if somebody had played objective cards out on that round, you could take them, or you can take objective cards from someone else that has already gotten them. So you win the game if you get all 5 of these, or if you get all of the secondary ones and a red one. So basically that's how you win the game. So it basically plays around like normal war where you're going to be collecting cards into your pile, but then you're also trying to get these objectives. And so the crazy thing about that is if there's objectives out on the table, but none of your cards that you won with said that you get objective cards, then they just stay there.
That's right.
So you want to not only get high cards, but also cards that say that you can capture objectives. And so you just play back and forth. You're taking their cards, they're taking your cards, and that's about it. So the flavor of the game comes through the text that's on the card, because each one of these cards have different things written on them. So the higher that you go, the better the campaign tactic. So the theme behind is that you're trying to win the White House, and so you're a politician playing political schemes and tactics. And so like number 2, sadly, if you played the political tactic of doing a war on family values, it's only a 2. In fact, you're not getting anywhere there. Where Admageddon is a 12, so you just blitz them with ads, you're going to win the campaign. Or they even have the race card, so you can play the race card and maybe you're going to win. And so that's what all of these are. So war on women is 6, political jujitsu is 9, and so that's where the flavor of the game comes in. That way you're not just playing war. So.
Yeah. It does add a little excitement to the game when you throw down something and you're like, boom, you're like, war on family values, and everybody's like, boom, race card on top of that. And then you just start yelling it all out.
And so you laugh because you're like, that scheme is never going to work, but all of a sudden you got the ×2, and so that doubled your little 6, and now it's a 12, and you win, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's a little take that when taking objectives from people. So if somebody steals cards from you, then you're going to steal them back, things like that. So, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and rate it.
Okay. At the end of our reviews, we like to do a single die rating. Should you buy it, play it, or hate it? Green means go buy this game and add it to your collection. White means maybe you wouldn't buy it, but you definitely play it. And then red means you wouldn't buy it and you wouldn't play it because you hate it. So let's rate the game. And reveal! 2 white! We agree. So tell us why you gave it a white rating.
I gave it a white because, I mean, it's war. You know,
Right.
it's the old card game that you're used to and everything. It's one of those games. It's a filler game, is what our gaming group calls them. When you got the 15 minutes between other games, you're waiting for somebody to show up or something, and you need a game to pull out to play. This is it.
Right.
This is the game you would pull out. Well, one of those games that you would pull out and fill those 15 minutes.
Right. For me, I gave it a white. I don't know if I would buy it, but I would play it. But I probably wouldn't play it all the time, right? Because there are some other games out there that I'm like, 15 minutes, I might want to play that better. But the reason I give it a white is because I could see a few people that would like this. People that are into politics, people that don't like complicated games, you know, maybe like a father-in-law or somebody that plays, I'll play something with you, but I don't want to play anything complicated. War, okay, that's cool. And then there were some fun moments, right? Like what you're saying where you play this particular card down and you laugh about it. And, you know, and then there were some moments where, you know, just like in regular war where there's no way he's going to win. And then you pull the one card that lets you win. That is fun, you know, so it's not a red for me, but, you know, it's a solid white, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely no strategy to it. It's completely 100% luck.
Totally. Well, that's war, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's war for the White House. Anyways, so that's our review of War for the White House. We got a lot more videos on our website, boardgamecloset.com. Thanks for subscribing. Check us out.
Thanks for subscribing because we know you will.
I don't know how to throw that in my normal mantra that I just said.
to our videos.
All right.